welcome into the Salamander Society. I usually am your sports entertainment salamander. Today I might just be your entertainment salamander, as I'm going to do a movie review. Really awkward for me to be doing a movie review. I've never done one before, but there's a first for everything. And why not go with my favorite spy, Jason Bourne? Let's go with that. I went and saw it last night. It was a very good movie, good to great movie. I've watched a lot of reviews on it, and it wasn't very positive. It was half and half positive, half negative. But I liked it a lot more than other people did. And, it might just be because I'm a big Jason Bourne fan, but I really love this movie, and I really like the story. And that was kind of the dog on other people. They dogged on this movie because of the story, but it wasn't compelling. But I thought the story was very compelling. So let's get right into it. Good action in the beginning. Got the story off to a good start. We see Nikki Parsons at first going into a building, I guess for special internet access, but the CIA can track anywhere. She downloads Treadstone files. And if you remember, Treadstone is the program that Jason Bourne went into in the original trilogy, before the original trilogy, that wiped his memory and made him an assassin, made him who he is. So she downloaded some Treadstone files for that, maybe some more information on that, and then she finds out there's a new version of Treadstone called Iron Hand, or Iron Hand, I think it is. She then goes to Bourne. They meet in Athens, Greece, where she finds Bourne fighting for a living. Like you see in that trailer, he just knocks that guy out with one punch. That was in the very beginning of the movie, before anything. But that was awesome. You find him fighting in Greece, I guess for a living or whatever. He's living in a dump. And they have to escape. She finds Bourne. They meet in a square where there's a big protest going on. And they have to escape from the CIA, who is after them. They're using an asset who does a lot of Black Ops stuff, and the asset is got the green light to kill both of them. Eventually, after a chase on a motorcycle, he kills Nikki right there, and Nikki gives Bourne the key to a lockbox in which he finds the computer that the Treadstone files are downloaded on. He then goes to find help to get into this computer, and Nikki already had somebody lined up named Christian, but Bourne really didn't trust him, but he went ahead and went to him with the files. He got into the files, looked in the files, and found that someone was taking surveillance on him, and he finds that it might not be who they said it was who killed his father. And he simultaneously finds out that his father wrote the Treadstone program. That was the reveal of the movie, that his own father wrote the Treadstone program. It says, it goes in depth right here, though, to say that he didn't want his son to be in the Treadstone program, but he wrote the Treadstone program himself. That was really surprising, and I didn't expect that. He has to escape again from the CIA. The Christian guy tries to kill him, but he ends up knocking him out. And he gets a tip from the girl standing right next to the director of the CIA who's hunting him. And that's Heather Lee. And she looks like she is another Pamela Landy. It looks like she's not wanting to kill Bourne. She's still on the CIA's side, but she doesn't want to kill Bourne like the other people do. She wants to bring him in. And so that brings us to the middle of the movie, which really builds the storyline. There's good action and good opening in the beginning. Now it brings us to the middle. Once again, he finds out in the computer that it might not have been the people he thought that killed his father. They framed it on Muslim terrorists, I think. They blew up his car and killed his father. So he goes and finds the man who did surveillance on him when he was in Treadstone. and did surveillance on him right there when his father died. So he went and found him. He holds him at gunpoint and asks him who killed his father. At the same time, the CIA director Robert Dewey, played by Tommy Lee Jones, switches it up on Heather Lee. The initial plan was to go in and capture Bourne, but he turns it around and has the asset kill the CIA agents that are going to capture Bourne, and then framing it on just a random person, or framing it on Bourne, killing those people to legitimize and make it alright to go in to kill Bourne. But really the asset is, and Director Dewey are turning on Heather Lee, and Heather Lee still wants to capture Bourne. So she's going off the reservation with them. Now the order is to kill Bourne, and Heather wants to still capture him. And Bourne finds from that man, Simon, that the CIA asset himself, the one that killed Nicky and the one that's chasing him right now, killed his father with orders from Director Dewey himself. So that was another big reveal in the movie, and that makes it that the rest of the movie is all about Bourne's revenge. The rest of the movie is based on Bourne's revenge of the asset, and on Director Dewey. The movie then switches. They all go to Vegas, Las Vegas, Nevada, in the USA, from London, where they were. A social media mogul is helping the CIA to create this new Treadstone program. It's surveillance on all people at all time. They're using this social media platform. But he's going to back out, and everybody, and Director Dewey knows it. So Dewey is going to have the asset kill the mogul and frame it on terrorist, kind of like they did Bourne's father. You're going to shoot him right there in the showcase, because Dewey is on there with him, and he actually tells him to shoot him in the arm. He actually tells the asset to shoot him in the arm to make it legitimate, make it seem legitimate. But then Bourne shows up, and we all know what's going to happen when Bourne shows up. He shoots the asset in the arm just as he's about to shoot the mogul. So he misses the fatal shot, but still hits him like in the shoulder or something, I think. Then comes out one of the best chase scenes I've ever seen. The asset gets in a SWAT van, not really a van, but just a huge old truck, like a bank truck. He gets in one of those, and Bourne gets in a regular car, and really it's Bourne chasing the asset, and the asset is mowing over cars and mowing over everything. He's going the opposite way on the road and mowing over cars, and in the trailer it has that truck mowing over everything. That's the asset. Great action and great chase scene right there. Just what you would expect from a Bourne movie is that kind of action. So they chase for a while, and then it comes time where there's a hand-to-hand fight between Bourne and the asset. The asset has a knife and Bourne has his hands, and eventually, after a pretty good hand-to-hand fight, the asset grabs a rope and tries to choke Bourne, and Bourne turns it around and just hand chokes him and then breaks his larynx, it looks like. So he kills the asset, and then he goes after Dewey. Dewey is up by himself at the top of the hotel that they were in, by himself, and he comes face to face with Bourne, and Dewey says that it's time to come in, and Bourne says no, pretty much. And at the same time, the CIA agents are closing in on the room. One of the main agents, Jeffers, he bursts into the room. Bourne shoots him dead right there, but Jeffers gets a shot off and hits him in the arm. Dewey is taking aim to kill him right there, shoot him in the head, and then someone shoots him. We don't know who, and the camera pans around, and it's none other than Heather Lee herself. She kills her boss, and Bourne tells her to give him the gun, and run away. And says that she was never there, so he covers her tracks. That brings us to the very ending of the movie. It's Heather Lee meeting up with one of the big intelligence heads that's really running the CIA. He was running Dewey. He meets with Heather Lee in a vehicle, and she says that she still wants to bring in Bourne, but if she can't, then he has to be put down. And so she gets out of the car, goes to the Washington Monument, and meets Bourne, and she says that he has to come in. He needs to come in, and Bourne says, "Let me think about it." And she goes back to her car, and Bourne has placed a video camera with a teletape right here with the he had a sound amplifier or something that helped him listen in on the conversation in that SUV, and he listened to everything, even the part where she said they didn't have to be put down. So it leaves in a kind of mystery. So what is Bourne feeling? Is he going to kill Heather Lee now, which I seriously doubt, or you don't know what's going to happen. So it left a lot to be desired. So that means that they have to be coming back with a sequel, at least one sequel, maybe two. Maybe they're doing another trilogy, but you know that they have to be coming back with another movie. So overall, a really, really good movie. Really good movie. I mean, it was all that I expected it to be. I mean, it's hard to top Ultimatum or Identity. It's hard to top those two, but they did the best they could, and I thought that they did really, really well. So, with that movie review, tell me what you think about the movie if you've seen it, and I'll see you later.